and this is the first one. It did that thing where I click away and the music drops. So many games do that, and I wish I knew why. So this is the rabbit and the owl. That's the rabbit, that's the owl, as you do. This is a puzzle platformer sort of thing. I played the first couple of levels in the demo because that's when the internet decided to die on me. So I'm not going into it 100% blind, but it's like fairly blind. It's blindish. Also, I didn't entirely pay attention last time, so I don't know what this is. Also, I'm going to turn the music down because that's very loud. If it wasn't audible when I said it, this is Rabbit and the Owl. Okay, that's the whole intro cutscene. Let's start over from the beginning. Is this the beginning? Was there another level? I think this was the first one. I mean, the mechanics are all like pretty typical, like movement. I can actually just two-hand this with the keyboard. Yeah, like clearly we have to come up here, wait for that to happen. Oop. Oh. There, shift. Shift is the button that we use to do that. I'm gonna kind of like blaze through the first few levels because they're familiar to me, unfortunately. I really try to go into these things blind, but I wasn't going to skip this game because of a technical glitch, so you know, you deal. And honestly, the first few puzzles, they're pretty straightforward. I don't remember how you solve this one. I say, oh yeah, it's easy, and then immediately I'm like, how did we do the thing? That's how we do the thing. I was getting ahead of myself. There's no point in having the cursor on screen. Oop. Ah. I think when I was doing it earlier, I was doing a mix of keyboard and mouse, and now I'm doing it all keyboard. Surprisingly messy trying to do it that way. Drop it there so we don't crush the bunny. I think this control scheme is working out better. As time passed, Jareel grew lush with the vibrancy of life. Actually, wait, I was doing it with controller last time. We may revisit. We did revisit. We demonstrated that capacity. I'm going to plug the controller back in. It won't recognize the controller though, because it didn't exist when I started up. Oh. Womp womp. I do kind of like that, though. Like, silly as it might be, the whole, like, falling out of the world kind of thing, it's, you know, hey, there's hazards, you know? It's not like it introduces a total failure state. You don't have to completely restart, so yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, now it does want. We're just confusing the control scheme. Left and right here. Let's see, I know what I want to do. How do I do? I'm now using 3 inputs. Because I remember the controller input to do that, and it's not bringing up the keyboard prompt, so just kind of guessing. We want to do that so that the rabbit can push all the way over. And easy. You don't need a final box to do that one. Ah. Box just vanishes if you try to jump or basically do anything. My apologies. Ahem. This is where, so this game is clearly meant to be co-op. You know, it's designed as such, but you can play it solo, as we're doing. And it works solo, like, bouncing back and forth is not that bad. It's very clear who you're controlling, too. Elder Karnik told me, the Soul Bond Festival is to celebrate those who have been chosen to reunite with Uriel. Not really sure I get it, but I get to wear a rabbit costume. Just being sacrificed, you know. Probably. We need a box here to get up here. She'll bring that down. Ah, we're gonna need to get up. So we're gonna need to be up here. But we need a box. Very simple, like, set of mechanics, which is nice to see. Because you have this positive, negative space, and you have boxes, and you have switches. And I don't know how much else there's going to be. But this does kind of create that opportunity to, like, create a lot of puzzles with a fairly minimal set of stuff. And, like, in the design, kind of forces you to experiment with all of those as much as possible. What's my keyboard grabby button? What's my grabby button? You don't have to play this with the controller. Honestly, I probably should at this point, now that it's yelling at me to do it. It won't tell me how to do it without controller. But like obviously it's gonna be possible. Also, like, I've seen games where, you know, they do the co-op thing, and the approach is use a controller and each stick is a different character. I think Brothers does that. I'm pretty sure I've seen other games that do it. I think I like this, you know, handoff approach. How do I get out of here then? Huzzah. Just enough range to pull that one off. Okay, that's annoying. Look at Pendito? Pendejito. I apologize for not knowing how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Cheers. Enjoy the emote and welcome. The pronunciation is probably something incredibly obvious and I'm gonna feel like a jerk. This is Fernando? Google? I'll just call you Fernando then. What did this do to the level? Okay, let's move the rabbit so we don't squish her. Then I guess we just want to do like some classic platforming. And then we're gonna need one more box. Oh hey. Yeah, this is. Oh, grr. This is a nice little puzzle game so far. With these, like when I go through the demo, it's always like, how much, how much opportunity is there with this game to expand? And so far, it seems like a proper set of mechanics. Like this feels all right. Did we trap the owl though? Because we. I thought this was so much easier than it is. Okay. That's another thing I kind of look out for with puzzle games. Like, how obvious or non-obvious is the solution? And when you do like I just did and completely mess it up, how long does it take to realize that you completely messed it up? And like, what state do you find yourself in and how much backtracking do you have to do? This is a reasonable amount here. Wait. I was so cavalier about this one. I was so sure I had it, and now I'm like... Hmm. So this is the end state that the owl needs to be in. This is where we need to end up. But there needs to be a box here under the rabbit as well. And even with a box, like, we would not be able to get up there. So we can come down here without much cost. This is where I'm like, I'm starting to like meaningfully enjoy this game. It's making me think. All right, let's see what I can do here. So we're still safe, like, coming down this far. Still safe. This will get the rabbit all the way up. Then I guess the owl can take box, but can't really, like, take it any further than that. I'm a little stuck. So we can't, like, reset the switch without a box. But we can't place a box, like, anywhere other than up here, where we have this lip. So we can't, like, reclaim that space. Simple mechanics, and it's really breaking my brain. So I do have to think about, like, the block spawning range, but beyond that, you don't have to think too much about, like where the block can go. Like, obviously we can push and shove as necessary. But we can't... The owl can't give a box that we need, so this isn't helpful. What, if anything, will this do? Nothing, because we won't be able to keep it there. Well... How am I this stuck this quick? I mean, we didn't get that far out of initial state, so this reset isn't gonna get us much, but let me reframe at least. That wasn't enough to do anything. You create a box. So we can come here, hit the switch. They both like depend on the other for a box. The way this is laid out. So I gotta do this. And of course, you can't move while you're spawning a box. That's part of our problem. I love how that has that like grinding metal sound, even though it's basically a box of shadow. Interesting, interesting kind of soundscape about it. I can't do anything as the owl that then relies on me getting back up to the switch. There's nothing. So I have to like come from here to create a new box. This might be the puzzle that just ends me. Like now we can't get up there. So we need it to be in like this sort of end state. Bump. I'm actually baffled how you're supposed to do this one. Which, I mean, it's frustrating. I'm kind of mad. But for a puzzle game that's not that terrible, like, it's a puzzle. I can't figure it out. So you know what? Good show to that one. I am going to hide my shame. I can't figure that one out. And with that being a demo, I'm inclined to assume that it gets even tougher. So I'm a little scared. Like how complex, how difficult can that be? But the fact that it's a very simple mechanic and it does that, like, kind of impressive. And all the while you've got like pretty solid sound design going on and pretty good visual design as well. Moving stuff over. I still have to get Owls the Bot up in the cloud. Still need to get around to that. I've been lazy. But anyway, yeah, that was pretty endearing and pretty difficult. All working off a very simple premise and a very simple set of tools. So I really applaud that. It's good puzzle design. They didn't complicate the game. They didn't stack tons and tons of stuff in there. It's just the right set of tools, the right set of rules, and seeing the permutations of it. I applaud that.